Okay, I'm gonna be telling you guys what happened all of last week. We left on Sunday morning and I was just super tired getting up. I set 2 alarms and I did not wake up to either single one of them. Literally, my dad had to wake me up and tell me, hey, let's get moving. But I also feel like it was because I did not set the clock in my mind either to better prepare me for the time I'm waking up. So that could have been a reason why. Nevertheless, I got up, brushed my teeth, I got ready, I came down, and then we left the house at around 3:45 a.m. to head to the airport to catch our flight to Charlotte because we had a connecting flight. We did not have a direct flight. We did all of that, went through TSA, went through all of the usual airport. I don't necessarily know the word for it, but if you know, you know how you go through security, go through checking your luggage. We got our flight to Charlotte. We landed in Charlotte. Then from Charlotte, we went to Fort Lauderdale Airport to go to Club Wyndham Sea Gardens in Pompano Beach. When we got there, it was super nice. We went walking, and then we went to Flanagan's, and then we ended up coming home. We were thinking of going to the beach, but we figured since we'd be here for 7 days that we would have more than enough time to do everything we wanted to do. But little did we know that we were in it for a long one. Woke up the next day, and then we didn't necessarily do that much. We went to the beach for a little bit before it started to rain, and then we came back, and then we went out to go eat at Aromas del Peru, which is a Peruvian restaurant located off of A1A and Atlantic Boulevard. The food there was really good. I enjoyed it. I have been to a Peruvian restaurant before around my area where I live, so their food definitely met my expectations. And then we went back home because there was nothing else to do. It was downpouring, and we did not know that it was going to be pouring rain the entire week. So we were in it for the longest ride of our lives. Tuesday, kind of the same thing. Actually, no, it was a little bit different because it was raining that day. We went to the hot tub because there is nothing else to do. We cannot do anything else nor go anywhere because of the intense downpour that we were dealing with. But I think through that, God was trying to tell not only me, but my family something, is that peace be still. Because I think at times when certain things happen, whether it be in our homes, in our family lives, and whatever it is, it may be, we tend to start thinking, oh shoot, what if we had done this prior? What if? We start playing the what if game, and we start asking ourselves, why? But the truth is that there is beauty in everything there's beauty in the rainfall, because think of it like this. If it doesn't rain, the plants won't be able to grow. They won't be able to thrive and prosper. So that was something that I think I definitely had to learn the hard way. I mean, I just turned 20 a week ago, so that was something that God was speaking unto all of us, that, hey, peace be still. And he was also saying, do you trust me in this, or are you going to act out of your emotion? Nevertheless, we made the best of it, and we still enjoyed it to the fullest. Wednesday was pretty much the same as Tuesday. We managed to go out to eat to a Chinese restaurant nearby. Their orange chicken was so good. Probably even better than Panda Express's. Shh. Don't tell anyone I said that. No, but it was so good. And I like the fact that they have diverse restaurants down there, because sometimes when you go to some places, they only have specific food for specific areas or specific backgrounds. And I think seeing that down there in Florida where we were really opened up that diverse door for everybody to come down and have what they like. I went to the pool and the hot tub at our hotel for a little bit. I met some cool and funny people down there that made my day, that made my vacation so much more lively. And we packed it up at 9:00 p.m. to hit the sack and go on towards another day. Thursday, the weather was gorgeous, so we ended up going to the beach for a little bit, and we enjoyed the lovely gaze of the ocean water. And I swam in it for a little bit, and I also managed to go over some swimming techniques to keep me sane in my swimming section. If you know, then you know. But then we ended up going out to eat again. You kind of get the gist of where we are right now. Most of the time I was either in the pool, hot tub, or beach. If it was raining, downpour, then I was in either at the pool or the hot tub. But if the sun was clear and the skies were beautiful, then I was at the beach, making every single second count on my vacation. Friday, the day that marked my 20th trip around the sun. That day was the greatest day of my life, and it was a reminder of God's goodness in my life, because there were times that I felt unworthy, unloved, and that I felt my current circumstance, where I was going to be the end of it. Like, there was no way I was going to get forward what I was going through. Things would forever be the way that they were. But God made it clear that He still wants me here, and that there is so much goodness right now, and that's yet to come. And He also let me know that it's okay to be who you are. You don't have to try to be somebody that you're not, because ultimately when you do that, you lose your self-worth, and you start going down a very dark path, only to find out that all that you had was where you were before you started going down that path. And it was just another reminder to take each day as a blessing. Practice gratitude, because sometimes we can get so caught up in the day-to-day grind with everything that we have to do that we just forget to stop and take a moment to thank the Lord for all of the great things that He has done. But it was a good day, and I had relatives that came down to see and celebrate that day with me. We went to Texas Roadhouse. I loved their bloomin' onion. It's so good. I will probably end up making it at some point because I just cannot get enough of it. But I need to make sure I look at the ingredients that are in there, because I also made a promise to myself that I'm going to start working on my body. And so anything processed, anything that I know can have a negative effect on my body in the long run, I'm going to try my best to cut it out right now. I'll still have it from time to time, but it won't be as much as I used to do it. But yeah. Then we went to the beach afterwards. We walked on the beach towards a little pier where you could go fishing or just look at the lovely view of the beach in the city. And then we retired to the sack, and we woke up the next morning filled with gratitude. Saturday was a very busy day, but it was still a good day. We had to move our stuff because we were supposed to check out on Saturday because we booked kind of late. So we had to move our stuff to another part of the resort. It was a Studio Deluxe. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. But for future references, that's probably a place where I wouldn't put myself in, if you know what I mean. But nevertheless, it was still a good day. As I said, we started off by going to the beach, and then we went and did a little bit of touring around the area. Then we went to this seafood restaurant, and then afterwards we hit the sack and slowly but surely started to say goodbye. The day of leaving, which was also Father's Day, we got up, we started to pack. We went for breakfast at First Watch. Then we came back to our hotel. We had our stuff ready to go back to the airport to fly out to Charlotte. We got to the airport. We went through the usual airport use. We got to our place where our flight was coming in, got on our flight, flew out to Charlotte. Then from Charlotte, we flew out to Chicago. But there was a little bit of a delay from Charlotte to Chicago for about 2 hours. And also in that moment, I was kind of thinking to myself, why do we always fly why can't we just drive? But then I had to catch myself and just thank the Lord for making this trip possible, because truth of the matter is, everything is a privilege. None of these things we have a right over, because they can be taken away at every single moment. So, through it all, it was a fun trip, and I definitely liked Pompano Beach. And I think it's a good thing that I at least saw something new that I've never been exposed to, which is also something that I want to try to do this year. Just learn new things and go to new places that I've never been to and learn a little bit about the culture. But Pompano Beach was lovely. Wonderful beaches, wonderful people, wonderful food. Everything was just wonderful, and I would definitely recommend it if you want to go somewhere this summer, whether you're planning something for a vacation or whether you already live in Florida. Then check out Pompano Beach. You won't be disappointed. Now, getting back into the rhythm, it's been kind of a little bit of a hectic week. I would imagine for some people, when you've been on vacation for a while and then you try to get back into your usual rhythm, things slowly but surely come together and then they fall apart. But I'm trying my best to be better, to not go back to the old way of doing things, and be more grateful for the things that I have. I want to make 3 promises to myself now that I'm 20. 1, I'm gonna put God first in everything. And what I do in my family, in everything. I want to fully surrender myself to the Lord. Number 2, I want to create and maintain a consistent schedule of the things that I'm supposed to do. So for example, if I'm working on a new YouTube video idea, I want to make a slot where I get that time to work on it. And I have alarms for it, but sometimes I just don't cut it. So I need to put it in the calendar, and I need to remind myself that when time comes, we have to get rolling. But I want to make sure that I don't backslide, only to find myself in a place where I don't want to be. And number 3, I would say I want to practice gratitude more. And I've said that a couple of times already throughout this video, but I really just want to be grateful for everything, no matter what circumstance pans out in my life. Whether I'm high on the mountaintop, whether I'm in the middle, stuck like a sandwich, or whether I'm at the bottom, I just want to be grateful for the little things that I have. The biggest one being the fact that I'm alive and breathing, that I have a roof over my head, I have clothes on my back, I have food to eat, I have more than everything I need to keep me going on a day-to-day basis, and that matters more than anything else on this planet Earth. And don't get me wrong, it's cool, the things that we do sometimes, but ultimately, it comes down to the gift of life, which should never be taken for granted. Let me know 3 things that you want to work on, and let's work on them together. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next one because it's going to be very insightful, and I'm positive that many of you will benefit from it. Until then, have a wonderful Friday, and God bless you.